has come to upstate New York, and there's a look at Highmark Stadium here in Orchard Park. First of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. First carry now for Alexander Madison. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A nice throw by the rookie from Alabama. That's a first down. Now the first carry here for the running back. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Second down and 6 now. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 34-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Madison running on first down. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 22-yard line. No catches for him in the wild card win last week, but he's got a first quarter grab here. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Two yards to go, second down. Now a first carry here for the running back. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Raiders are on the board first here in this division round matchup.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9 yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Here now, 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here's Cook again. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. But now he appears to be in some pain. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Allen off the play fake. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. Just a gain of a couple there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 40-yard line.
Up the middle to Davis. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down on his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
Now 3rd down and 7. Now Allen. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. The Bills send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. And Oliver able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. The job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. They'll set up a throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Now look out. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills first down. Davis running left. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. 6-0 our score after 1.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score.
Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football, as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming. Handoff, running left is Davis. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Ray Davis, a 21-yard touchdown run. And the Bills have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. Extra point through the snowflakes, something good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this, because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Hands it off out of the gun. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. They work now on 2nd and 9. He'll drop to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Back to throw here. Quick throw on the slant, but that's behind his man and incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On play action, Allen. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. A big play here for Buffalo. 43 yards.
Despite writing it down in my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
A first down carry for Davis. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 44 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Again, it's Davis. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play. To be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Motion man is Shakir. And now they'll throw with Allen. They'll set up the screen with Davis. And he will be brought down with a 1st and goal coming up as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. Here's Allen to throw it. Right back to Davis. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Ray Davis. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Bills add 6 to their lead. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And powering through at the 35. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. And Oliver. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So after 3 drives and 3 touchdowns combined between these two clubs, finally we get a defensive stop.
Yes, and welcome to the party, defensive players. And glad to have you because for a while there, it almost felt like it was 11 going downfield on air. Okay, so to be able to have someone come up, make a stop, now we got a football game going.
Now, nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They keep it with Davis on 1st down. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They go again with Davis. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On play action, Allen. Getting this ball out wide for Davis. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, Davis. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Going for the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Brock Bowers as the first half is winding down. And the Raiders are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make it 17-13. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Going up top. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Ja'Cory Bennett has it. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work to run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
And here's Davis to run again on second. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll run it again here with Davis. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Allen. And that is incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the 3rd quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. They'll look to throw here on first down. And that is incomplete.
Just work with me a second here, because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, I feel like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. He needs to start hitting more targets. On second down, they'll run it here. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. 58 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
They need two. Here's third down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. The 20, 5, and he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. 49 yards. And the Raiders have retaken a third-quarter lead.
We see this a lot on third and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that gives him a 3-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
To throw, it's Allen. And this one's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Allen. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. They'll set up to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. He's going to loft one deep over the middle.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bills will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half. Those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. The 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards. And here's Davis to run again on 2nd. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Play action. Now it's Allen.
He'll drop this off for Davis.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. It's complete. He dials up Davis once more. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it's 2nd down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back and maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
From the 46, here's 2nd down and 5.
Allen. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Inside give to Davis. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup.
And here's Davis to run again on 2nd.
And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal.
And they'll run again. And he's not going too far. In fact, stopped dead in his tracks at the 3.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
A big one coming in this divisional round playoff, 3rd and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Bills have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that will make this a 4-point game.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round. And they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. In motion, the tight end. Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eye.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
Making that play on the pass rush, that's Devontae Wyatt.
I think most quarterbacks would love that the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. And they're going to sack him again. The 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety. So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And this is exactly what you're looking to do offensively. If you can start stringing some runs together like this, you'll keep churning out 1st downs. And that's going to put you in a great position to carry this one home.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. Down to about the 45. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Allen going to throw. Now he fires deep for Shakir. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
The Bills on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8. To the air, Allen. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Room here to run. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That third down conversion good for 23. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great play there with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Bills are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this fourth-quarter lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Back to throw now on first down. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. What a throw right there for the first down. He has taken some real punishment in this game, but still standing in the pocket completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup?
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down with the first down after a gain of about 11 as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. They'll look to throw again. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And
now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed. And in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Important extra point up and through, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. On some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
And that's a great run, and this is where you've got a running back who feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the second half. You've got the lead. You're looking at moving on to the conference championship, and he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
Points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. So their move is to decline that so they don't get another second down. It'll be third.
So that has to tell us that they're pretty confident in their third down defense, right?
Absolutely.
Whether it's a sub package or nickel package, whatever they want to run out there, they feel like they can defend here on third down.
Now Allen. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. And this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
I feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he will have a Bills first down, and that should be that. It's a gain of 6, and that ought to just about do it. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Now 2nd and 9. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.